is this not working? Can you guys hear me? Let me know if you guys can hear me and see me. Oh, you can. Okay. Hold on. Okay. I can see you and hear. Okay. All right. So I'm not going to be typing because I'm going to try to just respond. So how is everybody, first of all? All right. Who do I have in here? Oh, Emily, congrats. You're almost at a year. That's awesome. Capricorn. I love that name. That's actually my mom's zodiac sign. All right. Hello, Kyle. Hello, Rebecca. Hello, Tara. Hello, Joseph. I think that's everyone so far. Okay, so I'm really sorry for any of the mess back here, for any background noise, and if we hear the dogs. I have them with me today because if you don't follow me on Instagram, we don't have power at our house, but we have power at our store. So, hey, Charlotte. Oh, you got power back, Dave? Oh, by the way, in case anyone knows, Viral right there, I don't know if I'm saying it right, but that's actually one of our friends, Dave. We have power at the store, Dave. We just don't have power at home. But yeah, so if you hear any of the dog noises, yeah, it's because they're with me. As of this morning, we didn't have power. I don't know if it's been turned back on or not. And yeah, we had a little bit of damage here at the store, but nothing crazy. We did kind of move everything. So if you see, hold on, let me move. If you see all the shelves and stuff on this side too, we actually packed everything up so that it wouldn't get destroyed. But we still had a little bit of damage. Nothing crazy though, and we have power here. So that's why I decided to come here, and we have water and coffee. I didn't have any coffee yesterday. It was terrible. But I mean, that was the least of my worries, really. We had a little bit of flooding in the backyard, but nothing crazy. And if you follow me on Instagram, I was kind of trying to give updates throughout the day. And thank you for backup batteries for phones and stuff, because that's how we were actually able to charge our phones. So, okay, let me look and see. Hi, cross country friends. Uh, oh, Joseph, I'm so sorry to hear that. My back has actually been kind of weird lately, and I think it's because of the weather and everything, the pressure. Hi, White Boy Swag. Oh, thanks for watching that. That's actually a really old video. My Amway video is a really, really old video. So I'm kind of shocked that people still watch it because it's not that great. I should probably do an updated one. Hi, Linda. 146,000. Yeah, so last night Joe went for a little bit of a drive, and he drove all the way out to like the Pensacola area because that was the closest place that had any kind of food, and he didn't want us to have to eat peanut butter and jelly. I really didn't care. Sorry. We have a doggy daycare next door, actually, so sometimes they hear the dogs and they bark and stuff like that. But yeah, so he drove all the way out there, and he was kind of like making fun of our area a little bit because there was power all over the place, and then there's us and there's no power. So well, Pensacola, that area, they didn't have power, but coming closer towards us and everything. And Joseph, yeah, I'd much rather deal with a blizzard, much rather deal with that. I'd like, this was a whole new thing to me. Granted, right now, it's really not too bad for us. It's more so an inconvenience of not having power and all of that kind of stuff. So, but we're safe. Nobody was harmed or anything like that. Nice to know you guys are okay. Thank you, Tara. And thanks, Dave. I hope that you guys are okay too. And I'm pretty sure that this was a little stressful for Brittany. So let her know that I'm thinking of her. Yeah, the dogs are saying hi. They like to say hi a lot whenever I do anything. Like, that's why I try not to go live all that much when I'm home because of them. But today I really had no choice. And I really just kind of wanted to come on here and talk to people and just kind of get my mind off of it because, yeah, it was a little stressful. But I did want to say that yesterday, the original intent was to not just talk about the hurricane, but also to celebrate yesterday because a year ago, as of yesterday, take a shot every single time that I say yesterday, um, was I uploaded my first ever anti-MLM video, and I really didn't think anybody would watch it. I didn't think that anyone would care what I had to say about my experience because it was really just me talking about my experience and not really diving into any kind of MLMs. And when I rewatched that video, first of all, thank you to anyone who has been around since that video because it was hot garbage. The audio is just terrible. Absolutely terrible. And but yeah, so it was kind of crazy to think about how it's already been a year. And to, like I was saying before, to anyone who has been here since that very first video, I just want to say thank you so much for sticking around because my videos were horrible back then. They're so much better now. I feel like I've come a really far way, and that's thanks to all of you guys, and also thanks to all of the constructive criticism that I've gotten from a lot of people. Of course there's going to be trolls and stuff like that, but it's nice to know that I have a very supportive, I guess you could say, just supportive subscribers and just a supportive community that wants me to improve and wants me to do better. So that's always really just awesome for me to, I guess you can kind of, it's just weird because I get comments all the time and people say things like, oh, well, I watch you from this country or that country. And it's just really weird to know that people from everywhere watch me, not just from, I mean, I'm shocked that anyone even from the US watches me, but let alone the rest of the world. So it's just, I know that I have a really, really small community here and a really small subscriber count, but I love every single one of you guys. And thanks also to any of my channel members and my patrons and stuff like that because they help me out a little bit more because making videos is, a lot of people will think that it's kind of easy, and it is time consuming. I will say that the reason why I've done so many reaction videos lately is because they're just much easier for me to make, because when it comes to deep dives and stuff, there's a lot more time that goes into it, but there's still time that goes into the reaction videos. So, but yeah, I just want to say thank you to everyone who has been watching me, whether you're new here or whether you have been around for a while. It's very strange, I guess you can say. Let me catch up on the chat real quick because there's a lot. Worst storm that's hit our area in a long time. Yeah, whenever someone says that there's a hurricane here or a hurricane coming, at least for the past, year and a half that we've been here, it's always just been a little bit of rain. So Joe and I really were not ready for this one at all. But yeah, I mean, it was a little stressful for us, especially because I don't know if you guys who follows me here on Instagram, but Joe actually could not get home. He was at our auto shop and they closed down the one highway that is the only highway to get home. And normally it takes 20 minutes, but he had to go all the way around. And Dave, you're going to know what I'm talking about, but he had to go towards like Crestview. So he had to go north and then all the way down. So I think it took him like 2 hours to get home. Normally it's a 20-minute drive. So, because they just completely shut down the entire highway. But yeah, okay, hold on. Yay. I'm glad the power. So Kelly, the power's only back here, but at home it's not back, but we did buy a generator. So we're going to hook that up at some point today, which is why I'm doing the live stream now. I would have done it if I were home. Sorry, motorcycle. I would have done it at home so that there were less noises, but I wasn't sure if it was even going to work. And I'm actually shocked that it's still working now because I'm using my phone as a hotspot. Okay, let me, congrats, so awesome to see that you Yeah, I definitely have improved quite a bit. Not to toot my own horn or anything, but toot toot. Um, hey, stories with Sloan. I made it on a live. Hi, China or China. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. I'm so sorry, but I just wanted to say hi. um, Watching from Washington State. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, thank you for the super chat. Thank you. That is so sweet of you. Um, just making stupid humor busy. I talk about your video. Oh, yeah. So I have people tell me all the time that they'll watch my videos or something. Like I have people that watch me in front of their kids, which is why I have to cut out whenever I swear because I can't help it. I don't realize that I'm doing it. But yeah, so I cut that out, especially after people started telling me that they watch me with their kids or if they watch me when they're around other people, because the last thing I want is for someone's kids to start walking around dropping the F bomb because they heard Monica say it from the highway. So so that's why I bleep it out now because I really can't help but say any of that. New Zealand. Hello from New Zealand, Tony. Oh, Boston. I actually, my brother went to school in Boston. He went to Boston U. So I used to visit him a little bit when he lived up there. I love Boston. I think it's so pretty. I don't think I'd ever be able to live there because it gets way too cold for me and they have way too much snow. New Jersey was enough snow for me. The storms are never really stressful. The damage is the most unpredictable. Yeah, so that's what I was kind of worried about too, because Dave, I don't know if you heard, but from where we came, like our area, like where we live, it looks completely different from where we are right now. I mean, the lines to get gas were it was all the way down the highway. It was crazy. Like it's almost like a different dimension going from one town to the next. It's just completely different. Um, Oh, New York City. Hello, represent. I mean, I'm from Jersey, but we used to go to New York City all the time. Hey, Kat. Oh, pronounced China. Oh, okay. Oh, and thank you. That's so sweet of you. Love your videos. Hello from New Zealand. Oh, we got another New Zealand person here. Awesome. I've actually always wanted to go to that side of the world, but never really got a chance to. One day I'll get to that side of the world. Obviously, after all of this is all over and whatnot. Um, but yeah, what else did I want to? Oh, so another thing I wanted to kind of chat about is sorry, that is my phone. Another thing that I kind of wanted to chat about was let me turn that off before I just completely lose track of what I'm saying. So I posted on Instagram last night and it was talking about being anti MLM and kind of reflecting on the past year. But at the same time, I'm sure a lot of you have seen, but a lot of people have started to express kind of the negative things that they're seeing in the community. And oh, thank you, Joseph, for the super chat. Thank you so much. Sorry, I left out Tri-State. Yeah. So kind of just seeing certain things, and I just wanted to, I guess, say my little 2 cents into it. And this is not directed towards any person in particular. And I tried to not talk about any of the negative things, and I try not to pay attention to any of that. But I just have to say that I hope that a lot of people can remember that MLM reps are people at the end of the day. And I know that a lot of times we can all, I mean, I've even gotten annoyed at the reps and I've even gone off in some of my videos and stuff. But I've seen some really bad things happening, and I don't think that people should be seeking out to cause some kind of even just online bullying, because there's a difference between getting your point across and being very firm and having a civil discussion. But what brought this on for me was because I've been feeling like this for a little bit, and then Margaret Angel, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but she made a video about this. And so after I saw that, I kind of sparked me to even say anything about it was because I had a Mary Kay rep reach out to me a couple of nights ago, and oh no. Okay, sorry. It's probably going to be in and out a little bit, so I'm very sorry. But yeah, so I had this Mary Kay rep reach out to me, and she said that she wanted to talk to me specifically because she came across my channel after going down the anti-MLM rabbit hole. And she saw that I was very anti-MLM and not anti-Hun, which is something that I'm very big on. And she told me that she commented on something else. She wouldn't tell me, she wouldn't say if it was on YouTube or if it was on social media, but I'm just going to say social media. And so she said that she commented and said how she's leaving her MLM. She is planning on leaving Mary Kay, but that she's not fully anti MLM yet. And that's fine. That's her opinion. And I don't mind having a civil discussion with an MLM rep. I mean, I have MLM reps that watch me, so I have no problem with that. But she told me that she got attacked for having a difference of opinion. And it wasn't just people saying, I don't agree with you, it was to another extent. And that really made me sad because I know a lot of MLMers, they call us mean girls, and I just don't want this community, I guess you can say, to turn into something like the beauty community on YouTube, because I'm pretty sure we can all that that's really bad. But I just wanted to get that out in the world because I've seen some really, and there are, and I said that in post last night, there are some reps that have a question when they enter the MLM. And I do think that there are some that are actively scamming and willingly, and said in my post as well. But at the end of the day, there are a lot of reps that are just your everyday person who really thinks that they're going to make money, which is what I thought I was going to do. I thought when I was in Mary Kay and Beachbody, I thought this was my way to financial freedom. This was the way to be able to pay off all of my debt, all of my student loans. And when I first made that video a year ago, I was very nervous in making it. I was very nervous to get more hate than support, which I got way more support than hate. So thank you to everyone who watched that video and just commented and liked it and everything like that. And I didn't feel embarrassed anymore about being an ex-Hun bot. And it was because of just the overwhelming amount of amazing people that reached out to me. Recovering Hun bot, Alonda, shout out to you. You were the first one to contact me and have a conversation with me. So that was my first impression of what being anti-MLM really is and everything. So that was a really great first impression because I felt so accepted, which is that, along with a lot of the people who watch me, that's why I continued with my channel, because a lot of people asked me, can you continue to make content? And so I remember that feeling, and I never, ever, ever want an MLM rep who's leaving their MLM to ever feel like they can't reach out to an anti-MLMer because they think they're a mean girl, which is kind of why I have this approach of being, I guess, approaching it with kindness. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes they really piss me off. And sometimes when they use, certain things like children or church and you guys have seen me complain about that and have big old rants about that. But yeah, sometimes they really do bother me, and they do have very questionable actions. But I just wanted to say that I will continue going forward. I will still continue, I guess, being an anti-MLM advocate the same way that I have been doing. And because I don't want to be a mean girl. I never ever want anyone to think that, just because they had a bad experience with one anti-MLMer, or in this case with this Mary Kay rep, it was a bunch of them. I don't want anyone to ever think that everyone is going to be like that. So that's just something I wanted to get out there because it's been heavy on my heart really after she reached out to me, because she was upset about it. And I felt so bad because there's nothing I can do, especially if an MLM rep comments on some of my videos. I mean, I don't see every single comment because YouTube doesn't notify me of every single comment. And I've been trying so hard to get back to everybody. But sometimes, you know, I just hope that everyone that watches my videos, all of my subscribers, I hope that you guys are respectful in your responses and that you don't go for personal attacks, because it's completely uncalled for, especially because sometimes I get MLM reps that comment on my videos and they go for personal attacks rather than trying to combat what I'm saying or trying to counter the argument. So, you know, that's just something, but let me catch up on this chat because there's a lot of, hold on, let me get through all of this. So I did say thank you to Joseph for the super chat. Hi, Cheyenne. Hi, Nelly. I don't know if I'm saying that properly, from Estonia. I got to see The Bachelor from New Zealand. Remember waking up to a tornado warning at 1 a.m. My phone went off before the sirens did. So when I lived in Texas, there was a tornado warning and it hit the town right next to me. We got hail, and the hail was like golf ball size hail, but we didn't get anything else. There was no damage or anything like that. But I was freaking out because it was probably about 2 months into me living in Texas. And I called my dad and I said, Dad, I don't have any internet. What am I supposed to do in a tornado? I don't even know. And that's when I got Lily. I had Lily at that time already because I call her my souvenir from Texas. I rescued her at one of the shelters there and I didn't know what to do. So I remember freaking out because I've never lived through a tornado before, but thankfully we were fine. And unfortunately, people in the next town over, that was really devastating for them. There was a lot of damage. Hi from Canada. Oh, thank you. My hair is a mess right now. I'm actually, shout out to my future sister-in-law. I'm going over there today to take a shower because I'm not taking a cold shower. If I could take a warm shower right down the street from, the store. But thank you. My hair needs to be washed desperately. So there's that. Linda, yay, glad you're safe and reporting and from Kentucky. Congrats on 1 year. Glad to have been here from the beginning because you were my first I didn't know that I was your first anti-MLM YouTuber. I didn't know that. You might have told me that a really long time ago. But yeah, Linda actually, her and I talk a lot on Facebook. And we talked a lot when the whole pandemic started and how all of that. And so we were talking back and forth. I'm in Memphis. Glad I was able to jump on with my phone. My laptop audio got messed up. Oh, hi, Alonda. I just realized it said the recovering humbot. Agni, am I saying that right? Thank you so much for the super chat. Stay safe and keep up with the vids, and they're colored. So I'm actually, sorry, that is Lily. I'm actually going hot pink next month. I have an appointment next month. I'm going hot pink. Joanna, I don't hate the MLM reps. I just hate what they are doing. I agree. I don't hate them personally. I hate the things that they say. And the thing is that some of them don't even realize that what they're saying is problematic. They don't even realize that. And that's what's so sad for me to see, because I've seen people go from a normal person, and myself included, I've seen people go from a normal human being to they're in the MLM and they're a completely different person. I mean, when I look at my posts from when I was in Beachbody, y'all, the cringe, not just how cringy it is, but just the things that I said. These are things I would have never shared. Sorry, these are things that I would have never shared on social media if it wasn't for the MLM. And it's funny. I'm going to tell you guys a little story of what happened the other day. So if you've watched any of my Tori Bell videos recently, I've been trying to hold off on Tori Bell, and then people sent me a bunch of Tori Bell stuff because Beyonce and I, we have mutual friends, 2 of them now. are really, really active in being Tory Bell reps. And they are the sweetest people and the funniest people. And I think that they're just amazing women and they're just hilarious. They're really like, those two are probably like the life of the party kind of a thing. They're those types of people. And so they started selling Tory Bell during this whole pandemic. And the other day, the one was, she had like a giveaway. Sorry, again for the dogs, but she had a giveaway going. And I guess it was one of those things like, oh, tag your favorite meme or something like that to be entered into a giveaway. And my fiance didn't see that it said the whole to enter into the giveaway. So he just shared something. And so she tagged me in it. I didn't respond because I didn't know how to say it. But she tagged me and my fiance, and she was, oh, maybe you can a set of lashes for your fiance. And I'm just like, girl, you haven't looked at my profile, have you? And I felt so bad and I didn't respond. And I'm not gonna, tell her anything about it because I feel so bad. And yeah, but I was just, oh, and he responded with, because he didn't want to say anything about like my channel or anything like that, because we just don't want to make them feel bad. But he responded and he was like, oh, she doesn't have eyes, so she can't have those lashes. But okay, let me keep going in this chat because you guys know that I like to ramble. Oh no, Colorado. Oh no. Hello, they're reporting from France. Hello. A lot of reps are good people that just didn't know better. I live on a military base. There is a lot. Yeah, so I'm actually right next to a military base, and my future brother-in-law, he's prior military. He still works on base, but he's no longer in the military. And so all of their friends are either active or they're veterans or something along those lines. The amount of times that I hear them talk about MLM companies and MLM products is just crazy to me. There's so much of it here. And I've had Young Living reps come in here. I've had them try to tell me that CBD is FDA approved, which it is not. And yeah, don't even get me started on that. That's a whole video in itself. Looks like Monica should have more live streams. She'll be able to get a lot more coffee. Yeah, I've had 2 cups of coffee so far today, which is not as much as usual. But yesterday, I guess from like not having it for a day, I don't want to overdo it. Sierra, why you? I know you want to be on camera. I'm sorry, but you're not big enough to get onto my lap. I'm in like a really high chair, so she can't jump up. Reddit is the worst. People are so vicious there to people on the edge. Yeah, I really stopped going on Reddit for a bit because I started seeing a lot of things that I didn't like. And I know that a lot of people have been. What? I know a lot of people that have been heavily burned by MLM reps or the MLM industry. So I know a lot of people probably still have what's the word? Not an anger towards it, but maybe almost like an anger towards it. And I think sometimes a lot of people too, they get wrapped up in just not even being mean or anything like that, but they just don't even realize that they're doing it anymore. Because a lot of us, when you create anti MLM content on whether it's an everyday basis or, a couple times a week, once a week, whatever, it can get kind of annoying after a bit when you have to see what some of these reps say. And sometimes I really have to kind of take a step back and think about, are they indoctrinated into this? And so the way that I am is I try to give everyone the benefit of the doubt. But again, there are some people that I know, and I can tell the really, really bad ones that they know what they're doing. So there's always that, but not a lot of jobs and people get sucked into MLMs. Yeah, especially during this time, I have seen a massive, massive influx in MLM posts on my Facebook. I've had to mute so many people on Facebook, and now I know how people felt when I was in Beachbody. So to anyone who's watching this when I was in Beachbody and you were friends with me on Facebook, I am so sorry. um, oh, Amanda. Please go watch my video on how to be an advocate. Oh, Queen of Spade, hello. K Black, hello from Seattle. I've been anti-MLM for over 20 years, dated a guy in Amway, never joined myself, have been against pyramid-like structures or your channel. Thank you. Yeah, okay, so it's funny that you said dated a guy in Amway because I had someone post in my anti-MLM group. This was, I think, a couple of weeks ago, and they said how they they went on a date, or it was like it was something that was shared somewhere, but they went on a date and come to find out the guy was trying to pitch this person, either it was Amway or something like that. Okay, it's about to get really loud. There is a Mustang, and I know that Mustang, he usually drives kind of like a hole a little bit. So if it gets really loud, I'm so sorry. I can see the road from here because obviously I'm in front of the highway. But yeah, I thought that was. I mean, it's cringy and it's terrible, but it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny to laugh at. Tony, you and Savannah Marie are the reason I fell down the anti-MLM rabbit hole. Now I can't get enough. I live in Bucktown here in New Zealand, and even I have two friends that have just joined our bond. Well, thank you for watching the both of us. And I know that the anti-MLM rabbit hole is starting to get bigger and bigger because there's a lot more creators, and I can't even keep up. Honestly, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. There are some videos that I haven't been able to watch, and they're from like weeks ago. But I'm glad that you were able to come across our videos, and I hope that they are. I hope that a lot of these things are educational because that's actually why I started. I started because I wanted to spread the education. And I know that a lot of my recent videos have been reaction videos. They haven't really been deep dives, but with planning the wedding and everything like that, it's so much easier for me to do reaction videos. But I do want to go back to the full blown researched videos and everything like that because I've been doing some anti-MLM true crime hybrid videos, and those take a lot of research as well, especially because some of the recent ones I've covered, there's really not that much information, so I really have to dig for some of the stuff that I put in my videos. Gailey, am I saying her name right? I agree with you from then to now because I would have never said that stuff. Queen of Spades, I tell them. Hold on, I really came to. Yeah, I've gotten some hey hon messages, and I've said this in previous videos too, when they say, oh, I took a look at your profile, I think you'd be really great. And it's like, you really didn't take a look at my profile because it says anti-MLM YouTube right in the bio. They do on military bases for sure. Yeah, they do. And it's just the amount I've seen that Plexus is I didn't know what Plexus was until someone brought it to my attention months ago. And then I started hearing about it here. And so Plexus is definitely prevalent here a lot. And even Evera, I don't know if you guys remember me making a video on Evera. They have since that video was made, they have introduced products and stuff like that. But yeah, there's a lot of those people here too. None of them have pitched me or anything like that. But when I was researching, I went on the website to see if there were any Evero reps in the area. And yeah, there's a ton of them. Linda, true MLM huns have been preyed on her enough by MLM manipulation, so we should always be kind, comforting. Yeah, I agree with Linda. They have been upon and they have been exploited because when I was in Beachbody, there were things that I said on my social media, and I've actually deleted those posts too because some of those posts are so vulnerable, and now I have a problem with sharing on social media. Keep things private. Certain things, Beachbody was just. Kara, hi, I'm here from the Panhandle of Florida. I'm in the Panhandle too. Are you okay? Because I don't know if you saw what happened in Pensacola, but it was bad, but I hope that you're okay. Because I'm here in the Panhandle too, and I hope that you have power and stuff, and that there wasn't any flooding or anything like that. I think we are getting smoke from the West Coast. Our fires are luckily not as bad. Well, please, why can't I talk today? Tara, please stay safe, and I hope that anyone that has been affected by the fires as well, I hope that all of you are okay. Um, I just lost my spot in the chat. Oh no, where was I? Okay, I think I found my spot again. Sorry. Oh, hey, Zach, some guy with cancer. If you guys actually add your name, if you guys didn't agreed to come on my channel and do an interview. So he is an accountant. If you guys are looking for any kind of debunking when it comes to tax season, also he did touch base on SSI. So if any of you are interested in more of that, then he did talk to me about that in that video. And also he's just great guy all around. You were my first anti-MLM person to pop onto my YouTube, and I already knew like MLMs. Oh, well, thank you, Emily. I actually, a lot of the usernames that I see on my videos, I recognize all of them, and I see them, especially the ones from the beginning. And it's crazy to me to think that some of you have been watching me for a year now. It's just, to me, I never thought, because, okay, gonna get a little personal, but growing up, I never really had a voice. And like, I always had an internal voice and I always had my own opinion, but I never felt like I was able to use my voice. And I never felt, because I've been very shy and introverted since I was younger. And then it wasn't until I got a lot older that I was finally, I got out of my shell and stuff like that. But when I made that first video, I wanted my voice to be heard, and I just wanted to add my story so that in case anyone came across it, that they knew that they weren't alone. But it's turned into this channel, and it's just crazy that I can finally use my voice. And yeah, sorry, that was a little personal, but I just wanted to say that because it's just crazy to me that people from all over the world watch me, and people have been watching me for a year, especially from the beginning. Like, my videos sucked in the beginning. So thank you to those of you who stuck by. And I am planning on the end of this year, early next year, depending on how much the wedding ends up being. But after that, I want to get my own little YouTube studio going, so I won't be right next to the highway, because it's really frustrating. That's why there's so many cuts in a lot of my videos, and that's why sometimes it's very awkward. And I noticed that as the months go by, I get more and more annoyed at the highway noises, and I never ever want that annoyance to come across on camera. So I do want to start my own little area and kind of make my own little YouTube studio kind of a thing and be more official. Kate Black, yep, they pitch constantly. When we went on dates, the Amway guy prospected almost everyone he met. I'm so sorry you had to go through that. I probably would have been so annoyed. My St. Bernard locked herself in my bathroom when we did our interview. Oh, she locked herself in the bathroom. Oh, poor little baby. Poor little Beethoven baby. I'm always going to call those dogs Beethovens. Education, awareness, and recovery. Yeah. Monica, you are the bomb.com. Unfortunately, no MLM wants to buy my children. It cut off. I can't read the rest of the message. That's okay. I'm going to keep going. But thank you for calling me the bomb.com. My fiance hates when I say the bomb.com. He says it's cringy, but I still say it sometimes. More and more ex-Huns sharing their stories with MLMs. Yeah, I have seen a lot more ex-MLM reps come out and tell their story. And I think it's great, because I feel like when you leave the MLM, before the anti-MLM community was as big as it was, I honestly thought there was something wrong with me when I left the MLM. And I really, truly thought that I didn't work hard enough. Even though I had no time, I didn't spend any time with my fiance and my family and my dogs. And my blog took, because I don't know if you guys know, but I've had a blog for 7-ish years now. But that took a backseat, and I was so embarrassed. And then I came across the anti-MLM community, and it was just, I felt so much better that it wasn't just me. And I think that hearing these stories, and I mean, not to say that people who've never been in an MLM don't matter in the anti-MLM movement, because they do. We need people from both sides of the spectrum. But I feel like thanks to all of the ex-reps that come out and tell their stories, it makes reps who are just getting out of their MLM feel so much better and feel less afraid or less embarrassed to tell their story, and to understand that, you know, it's not their fault. You know what I mean? So it's the structure's fault. All right, let's keep going. Oh, stories with Sloan. I don't know if you're still here. Sorry, I keep rambling, but if you're still here, thank you for coming. Okay, I keep losing my spot. Oh, Amanda, thank you so much. Thank you so, so much. The town is an island. All of the bridges coming in and out of my town are closed. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Kira. Or Kyra. I don't know if I'm saying your name right. They closed one of the highways. They closed 98. I don't know if you're familiar with 90. You probably are familiar with, but they closed it in the one spot, and my fiance couldn't get home. He had to go all the way around and come from the opposite side of 98. Not an MLM question, but have you listened to any true crime podcasts? I know I like the Generation Y podcast, and I didn't know if you had. So I've been really behind on podcasts and videos, like watching YouTube videos and stuff, Cheyenne. So I don't have any good suggestions, but I know that Bailey Sarian has talked about some suggestions. I think Stephanie Harlow has made some suggestions on podcasts and stuff. But anyone who is watching this, either in the chat or if you're watching a replay, leave some kind of suggestions for true crime podcasts, because I need some too. Once I have some more time, I kind of want to be able to listen to some true crime stuff. I was actually reading a book last night in the dark. Well, not in the dark. I had like a bunch of candles surrounding me, and then I had like a little lantern light that we had from when we lost power when we lived in Jersey during one of the snowstorms. Excuse me. So I was using that, and I was trying to read, and it worked. But yeah, I have I'm gonna do like a Spooktober theme for my true crime stuff. So I found a few things that I want to do for October. It's gonna take me a little bit to research for some of them, but thanks to this book, I was able to find some. It's terrible to see all that used for something so profoundly void of actual potential. Yeah, some of these reps have a lot of potential to be legitimate business owners. And some of them, there's one that I'm currently working on the editing portion of the video. She's really, really high ranking, but she would be a really great motivational speaker. She really would. That she said were kind of questionable, but she's really great at speaking. And some of the things that she said, even when I was watching it, I'm like, oh, I her on that. But anyway, okay. It's been raining the past couple of days, which helped to clear some of the smoke out. Well, that's good, K Black. West coast of Canada is getting the smoke from. Oh, that's so horrible. I really, like I said, anyone watching this who is experiencing the fires and everything, please stay safe, and I hope all of you are okay. Mike, that chapter from True Crime and Scary Mysteries. Okay, well, there's a suggestion from Tara. Something check. I keep losing my spot. I'm so sorry. Gotta run work calls, recovering home bot. Okay, thanks for coming. I'll probably chat with you later anyway. Somebody, yep, I'm from with 98. I work in Fort Walton. You work in Fort Walton? I'm in Fort Walton. Well, our businesses are in Fort Walton. Yeah, here, Fort Walton looks completely different from where we are. I don't want to say exactly where we are on camera, but I mean, people are going to know exactly where the store is because it's on our website. So, but yeah, most do. They are gorgeous, talented women, but they waste it on the MLMs, and they could do so well elsewhere. I want to see them leave and be successful elsewhere. Yeah, me too. I want to, and that's why when some of these reps, when they reach out to me, even if they're not fully anti-MLM, like this Mary Kay rep that I talked about earlier in the live stream, even with that person, she just seems like a really great person. And I know that I just said person so many times, but she, like I said, she said that she's not fully anti-MLM. And I feel like it's probably because she's still in the MLM. And I may be wrong. Because she says that she does see things that are wrong with the structure. And I told her that the biggest issue that I have when it comes to the MLM structure itself is the fact that there's such a large emphasis on recruitment and the products are an afterthought. And I feel like I wouldn't be as pissed off, I guess you could say, at the MLM structure if the focus was on products and that recruitment was an afterthought. And I think a lot of us can actually agree on that, because that's what, if you watch any reaction videos, any anti-MLM content, a lot of the times, either one, they never talk about the product, or two, they talk about the product for maybe like 2 minutes, and then the rest of the Zoom call or whatever it is, it's all about the opportunity. And that's a problem. And that rep actually said the same thing, because her whole reasoning behind joining Mary Kay was she just wanted to sell the products. But that's one of the reasons why she's leaving, because she noticed that, yeah, she can sell these products, but she's not really making anything back because of personal volume, because of buying it herself and stuff like that. So that's why I have such an issue with the MLM structure. But I need to stop rambling and just look at some of the chat. So I'm so sorry that I keep rambling. I know a rep who is high ranking and does own a couple legitimate businesses. Yeah, there was one that I reacted to recently, and she shills Monat, whatever. And she's also a celebrity hairstylist. So that makes me, people are going to take her word for it because she went to cosmetology school, because she did all of the things. So I'm that it always kind of aggravates me when I see that. And yeah, so just had to get that out there. But and she even said it in the video, so I don't even have to like feel bad about saying that she was a celebrity hairstylist. The ones I've watched could do great in sales. Sorry, that took me a little bit to read that. Yeah, my Mary Kay upline when I was in Mary Kay, she could sell ice cubes to an Eskimo. I say that in a lot of my videos, but this woman was just amazing at sales. Just so amazing at sales. And her husband, actually, she retired her husband, but she ended up helping her husband start his own business. So they're both, doing their own thing, except she's still working for Mary Kay. And I don't like that, but she was able to, that's how high ranking she is, that they were not only able to, at least this is what she says, they were not only able to pay off their student loan debt, but she helped him in starting his business. And I mean, some of these people, they would just be really amazing at their own thing. And I don't understand how they can be a legitimate small business owner but also do the MLM on the side. I would love to have a rep explain to me why they do that, and why. I don't know. I don't know if I'm making sense or not, but I think you guys get what I mean. Uh, That's awesome. And it's cool to find someone else who lives in the area. Yeah, I don't know many people in this area. I want to say that I know maybe 3 people besides our customers and besides our family that we have here. The only family that we have here are my fiance's brother and his wife and the kids. So, and I'm so excited I get to see my nephews today. I love those little boys. They're so adorable. Uh, Cat, that's exactly why I realized I needed to bring on other distributors to move success. Agreed. And that's one of my issues that I have with the MLM industry, is that selling products is an afterthought. And it's no one can tell me otherwise. No rep can tell me otherwise, because if you see some of these reps that go on their lives or go on their Insta stories, they're all just chilling. Queen of Spade, I was a sales girl and I legit still didn't sell anything. It works in Scentsy. Just saying that has nothing to do with skill. Yes, you're making sense. It would be interesting to hear the excuse for that. I did that LLC with an MLM on the side before stopping the MLM. Did the MLM start taking up all your time? Tara, if that's directed towards me, yes, the MLM did take up most of my time. I had a full-time job, and yeah, literally every second that I could, every time that I went to go to the bathroom when I was at my full-time job, I grabbed my phone with me to check in with either my challenge group or the private groups, all of the private groups that they put you in when you're a Beachbody coach. And I was just, it was crazy. Every waking second that I had was dedicated to Beachbody. I would go to bed really late at night and I would wake up really early in the morning to just do my Beachbody things. So yeah, it takes up a lot of time, unfortunately. So there's always that. But yeah, do you guys have any questions for me or anything like that? Because we're on 51 minutes now, and I feel like that's a good amount of time to kind of chat with everybody. And I don't really want to waste everybody's time. And I do have a few things I have to do at the store before. Yeah, it's just been a really crazy day, a crazy couple of days, really. And yeah, and oh, another thing, this was something that I was originally planning on doing, but I just kind of skipped my mind with everything going on. But I decided that for my merch, if you haven't bought any of it, I'm doing a flash sale. If you use code FLASH, so FLASH, you'll get 30% off, because I'm going to introduce a completely new merch line. Some of the things I'm going to keep, but I'm going to introduce some new stuff starting next month. October 12th is my birthday, so I'm going to release it then. And I'm also going to be doing a live stream with a few people from YouTube. I don't want to say who they are yet, because I want to make the thumbnail first, but a few of, my friends here on YouTube. But yeah, so that's going to happen on October 12th. I haven't figured out what time yet, but yeah, so that's happening. Let me just check to see any more things that are. Why do people say shilling instead of selling? I don't actually know. That's a good question. I say both. I say both shilling and selling, so I'm actually not sure. I know how to answer that. Oh no, I forgot about the live. Did I miss much? Yeah, I'm probably gonna end the live soon, but it's okay. If I can figure out, because I've never done a live on StreamYard, so if I can figure out how to put it on my YouTube, I'll put it on my actual YouTube if you want to watch the replay. Um, Oh, October 10th. Well, happy birthday to any of my October friends out there. October 11th is my 1 year. Oh, that's awesome. Yay. So, all right, I am going to wrap this up. Thank you. Maka, will this be up as a replay? I'm going to try. If I can figure out how to do it from StreamYard, I'm going to try my best. I'm definitely going to try my best to get it from StreamYard to YouTube, because I've never used StreamYard before. But anyway, so yeah, that's, I guess, what I wanted to talk about today. Thank you guys so much for being here. And yeah, so again, yeah, thanks so much for being here. And I will see you guys later. Bye.